Take a look at this. Pride Month celebrated at Yankee Stadium Monday night. The team and the Stonewall Inn awarded their annual scholarships to students who have made an impact in the LGBTQ+ community. The collaboration started in 2019 to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the Stonewall Inn uprising.
And joining us now with more on the partnership is Stacy Lentz, co-owner and CEO of Stonewall Inn. Thanks so much for being with us.
Well, thanks for having me. We're super excited to be here and talk to you about this.
When we talk about those riots, you go back 50 years ago, it was a catalyst for the gay liberation movement here in the U.S. I mean, take it back to now. You are still seeing some threats, maybe in a different way, but does that bring you back to what happened 50 years ago?
Yeah, it's just incredible to think that the LGBTQ rights movement all over the globe started right here at the Stonewall Inn in New York City. And I think that looking back at the riots and thinking about where our community is now, we are certainly still under attack, especially trans and non-binary folks. So we really need all of our allies, and that includes businesses and sports teams, to come out and support our community right now, and we're super proud of this partnership with the Yankees because they did just that.
Yeah, speaking of which, I mean, you saw last night how wonderful it looked there at Yankee Stadium. Talk to us about this collaboration and how you're helping kids in the community.
Yeah, so in 2019, at the actual 50th anniversary of the Stonewall riots, we teamed up with the New York Yankees to create the Yankee-Stonewall Scholarship to pick 5 kids, one from each of the 5 boroughs, and give them a $10,000 scholarship to go to the college of their choosing.
Wow.
It's also incredible because the kids actually get to come into Yankee Stadium, not just the winners, but even the folks that we interview.
Yeah,
and the Yankees management, senior management, all the way down and up, from Brian Cashman sits in on these interviews, Brian Smith, the VP of Community Relations. So it's a thrill for the kids, and it's really taking future leaders for our community and giving them a spotlight and giving them a platform with the New York Yankees and Stonewall.
Yeah, what an
Tell us about some of these students from these 5 boroughs, and also how many kids did you have to screen to pick 5?
Yeah, so we also work with the Department of Education because it's only New York City public school kids that are eligible for the scholarship. Around 300 to 400, depending on the year. Again, we've been doing this for almost 6 years now. Enter the contest, so to speak. We narrow it down to around 25, 5 from each borough. Then we interview these 5, extensive interview process, and then we pick the winner. And it's super exciting, like I said. And
any of the stories stood out to you that you want to
all the stories. I have to say that we cry every year, and we honestly wish that we could give them all a scholarship. Their stories are moving and impactful, and I sit there and listen and like, what else can we do as LGBTQ leaders to be like these kids? They are really going to make a change, not just for LGBTQ folks, but for the world. It's incredible to hear their stories, and I can't wait to see what they become.
Yeah, I love seeing the video, and you can see the smiles on these kids' faces. It really takes you back. What's your goal for this collaboration? What would you like to see? Yeah,
we'd like to see us kind of follow where these kids land, right? All the way through college, follow them and see what continues to happen. We also think it's super important because access to education really is not just important for future leaders, but a lot of these particular kids also needed it for financial reasons, right? So to be able to use the Yankees and Stonewall as that platform and provide direct funding and money to help them go to school is super important as well.
Final words you have to say for the Yankees, for one of the biggest teams in sports, to be doing this with you guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible, right? To think about, I would say they're not just renowned all over the world, but they're the most storied sports team globally. So to have them partner with the Stonewall Inn, both New York home teams together to support New York City public school kids, especially right now in 2025 for the LGBTQ community, is incredible.
Yeah, it's amazing. Stacy Lentz, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.